So let's talk about baseball. So Sunday, like I said, Wednesday, we went to a Padres game. It was them versus the Orioles. Padres have absolutely sucked recently, but we were hoping that they would finally win a fucking game. So we go to the game super early in the morning, for some people, depending on who you ask. We left the house at 10:30. We did a bunch of stuff, and then we got some food beforehand, and we watched the game. And the game was fucking horrible, right? It was a third inning, and we were already down 6-0. Our starting pitcher gave up 3 straight home runs, and we were pissed. I was pissed. I was fucking pissed off. And we kind of came back at the end a little bit, but it wasn't looking great, right? The big thing about the game, though, is that while it was the third inning, I was already like 2 beers fucking deep on my third one, and I was at the top deck, right? I started fucking yelling at the pitcher. I'm not drunk, don't get me wrong. I just thought I should yell at the pitcher because he's fucking sucking. So I was like, we have a minor league system, you should try it. Or I'd be like, boo. This is what I said. I said, boo, I still love you, but boo. So many fucking people booed him. It was kind of an empty stadium that day, but so many fucking people booed him that day. It was insane. But I watched some Padres home runs, so it wasn't a horrible day. And then we went to a bar and got more beer. And then I literally went to work at Harrah's for trivia. And I was like 5 beers deep. I was slightly dehydrated and I was a little bit tired. And my friends went with me. So that show was fun. But my trivia helper, we'll call her, she gave me some sparkling water. She's like, you want sparkling water? I'm like, I don't know, I never had sparkling water. She's like, I'll bring you sparkling water. They call it spicy water. And now I know why. Because it tastes like shit. And it kind of tastes spicy. It's not like spicy, but it tastes like it'd be spicy. You know what I mean? But the show itself went fine, relatively. Like, nothing crazy happened. But I was doing it, like, recovering from my, 5 beers I had. And that was probably the most intoxicated I've been at a trivia show. But I wasn't drunk. Just to be clear, I was not drunk. And no matter what anyone thinks or says, I was not drunk. I was fully functioning and capable. But I never drank in that much before a trivia show. Let's put it that way, right? But it was a fine day besides that. We'll talk about Thursday real quick, because it wasn't that much, right? Yesterday was the first day of the NFL season, so, like, there was fucking nobody. And I only had 2 teams the entire show. But they let me carry on. But it was a pretty shitty show, right? We finished in, like, an hour 15. Everyone went home to watch football, and I was like, okay, so hopefully next week will be the same, because I swear to God, if football makes me lose my fucking job, I'm gonna be pissed the fuck off. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Maybe I'll talk about ChatGPT a little bit more, because I feel like that's an interesting topic to talk on, so let me just make that real quick.